Hey guys, it's Schmitty here, also known as Cruelty Slayer on the Xbox One. I have switched over to PS4 for competitive Call of Duty, and I switched my gamer tag to Schmitty. My nickname Schmitty, my last name Schmid, so that's where I got that from. Um, but to the video, I'm gonna show you guys some classes here for Black Ops 3 for competitive Call of Duty. I got quite a few good classes right here. What I use it for competitive. I use this for search and destroy mostly. It's a Gorgon. As you can see, it's a fully automatic heavy machine gun. It's a two-shot kill at a slow fire rate, but the thing that stands out here is this two-shot kill. And what I like about that is it's a two-shot kill, and you can kill almost anyone with it as long as you're accurate. So what I throw on it, I throw a thermal as my optic sight, and then I use a grip so I don't get that recoil. I use a stock so I can move around the site if necessary, so I can be versatile with it. And I use rapid fire because as you can see, it's a slow fire rate, so you're not gonna get that two shots and before that person can kill you with an AR, maybe with an M8 or something. So you want that rapid fire so you can get those two shots quickly off as possible to kill that person. So that's why I use that. And I also run an RK5 as a secondary because you never know when you're going to be in that 1 or 1v2 situation when you bomb down and you just got to play your life and go clutch that 1v1 or 1v2 or whatever situation you're in. You can't clutch with the Gorgon coming around the corner unless you're a host and you absolutely mess with them and just shit on them. But RK5 is my favorite pistol in this game. 3-round burst. It's quick fire rate too. It reminds me of a lot from the B3R from Black Ops 2. I use flak jacket so I don't get naded off my spots where I go with the Gorgon, and I use dead silence. Always handy when it comes to search. What I use. So this is all like search classes right now, but I usually change the perks to dead silence, attack mask. But I use the Vesper right here. I use grip, long barrel, and extended mags. I was thinking about maybe changing the long barrel to quick draw, but I'm not sure exactly yet. The Vesper is a high fire rate, but it's good for hard point in my opinion. It's one of the best submachine guns in the game, if not the best. And I just like it because of the fire rate. It reminds me a lot of the Scorpion in Black Ops 2. So that's why I run that. I usually run Afterburner, Hardwired, Blast Suppressor, and either Attack Mask or Gun Ho. For hardpoint, I just run in there and try to break hills. That's what that's for. So I'd stay off the mini map. I can flank the hill if necessary. Hopefully, there's no anchor there. But that's what that's class for. And then my go-to subclass is this. I use quick draw and long barrel. Those are only two attachments I tend to need. And I use concussion, and I tend to ban attack masks because then they can't counter your concussions, and you just spam them, and it gives you really edge during hardpoint. And the dead silence, I switched that to attack mask, so I can't be countered. Well, attack mask would be banned, so most of the time I would tend to take this off and maybe put on a lethal like a Semtax or something. But I use fast hands with this afterburner. Maybe switch that on. Maybe switch the dead silence off and just put perk 1 greed on and use flak jacket as well. That's what it. But VMP with quick draw and long barrel, I think that's all that's needed. I've seen people running it with rapid fire, but it's just too fast for me. VMP reminds me a lot of the MSNC, and I just like that gun. That was my favorite gun in Black Ops 2. So that's my favorite submachine gun in this game. The Vesper is good in situation plays. I like it because of the fire rate. It melts people, but the VMP, I like it just because it reminds me of the MSMC, which is my favorite gun, one of my favorite guns of all time, Call of Duty. M8, I don't like the red dot sight in this game, to be completely honest with you. I like the ELO sight, because it reminds me of the red dot sight from Advanced Warfare, and I got kind of used to that sight, so I just use that because of the I just tend to prefer it. I use stock, long barrel, and quick draw on this gun, and a lot of people tend to use rapid fire, but I usually only use the M8 in search, and long barrel gets you that distance kills. and I tend to play at a range, so I don't really need that rapid fire as much often. And I tend to do good with this class, so I don't want to change it anyway. RK5, same thing with the Gorgon. You never know when you're gonna come around that corner in 1v1. You're gonna have to kill that player. Useful gun to use in that situation. My favorite pistol in this game. Flap jacket. I'm gonna be playing that long range. They're gonna try nading me off wherever I am, and I'm gonna counter with my flap jacket. Fast hand, so I can switch my pistol fast. Aim in my M8 quicker off the run if necessary. Dead silence, because you never know when you're gonna have to clutch something. You don't want anyone sound whoring you, so that's what that's for. And finally, XR2. This gun's a beast. I use it in both respawn and search and destroy. I tend to run the sub more often than not, but when I run a gun in respawn, it tends to be this AR in respawn. It tends to be this gun. I run long barrels, grip, and stock on this. So the basic ones. Honestly, I don't need quick draw for this as much as I do the M8. The M8, I like to M8 tends to one burst more, so to get the aim in your sight more often, especially in search when a lot of people are using the M8s. You like to aim in your gun as fast as possible, but with the XR2, I tend to use this in respawn more than S&D. It's my stealthy AR class, I guess you could say, because I like to stay off the map. I use Afterburner, Fast Hands, Splash Suppressor, RK5, just this close-up situational plays. That's what that's for, and that's mainly it. I can show you guys a couple other good guns that I use. Like I can clear this real quick. Remove that, and this is actually really OP. The Shiva, it's another two-shot kill, but this is what I use. I made my own personalized one. It's called the S&D class, so I'm just gonna attach this to it right there. And what I use is the thermal sight with it too, but I use this more as a marksman rifle than I do a AR. I use a grip on it just so I don't get that recoil. Shoots straight laser beams pretty much, and long barrel to get that range like a marksman rifle, and rapid fire just because it's so slow to shoot. You just want to go pop pop. Two shots. If you're accurate, you kill them. It's that simple. You just gotta get used to the gun, and you're just gonna be straight killing people. It's ridiculous. The two shots is a little OP, I know, but it works. And RK5, use that gun. Always good to have that gun because you're not going to be able to win a gunfight up close with a Shiva to compare to a guy with a VMP or Vesper. Like, you're just not going to do it unless you get some ridiculous like headshot with high caliber on. But RK5 pistol secondary. I would change these perks up to my S&D perks, Dead Silence. I'll keep that as Fast Hands, and I would use Flak Jacket most likely. So yeah, these are like my classes. And Scorestreaks, I know a lot of you guys know what Scorestreaks use, but I use Guardian, Lightning Strike, Hellstorm. It's good for hardpoint. It's good for uplink. It's good to fill in lanes that you can't cover at the moment. It helps your team out on the hill a lot. Lightning Strike, it's not as good as it was in Black Ops 2, but it's still a good streak overall. I was debating on getting rid of Lightning Strike and putting on Hardened Sentry, but I kept it. Hellstorm's OP in this game, in my opinion. So I always use that. And S&D, I put on the HCXD. Sometimes I keep the Hellstorm, just take off the Lightning Strike. Of course, I take off the Guardian for the HCXD, and I sometimes put on the Dart. I've been trying to get better with it because it's kind of like not the swarm, the hunter killer in Black Ops 2, but you just have to control it yourself. But if you know how to control it pretty good, it can be a good score streak to use in S&Ds, even respawn if necessary. But yeah, those are my score streaks. For specialist wise, I tend to use Overdrive for S&D because it's not a hard specialist to get. I tend to get it 2 or 3 times a S&D. So it's a really OP specialist. You can run it right down mid map, flank them, do whatever you think it's gonna work. Just rush it, or you want to get to a bomb quick. Grab bomb, put that bomb down as quickly as possible. Make sure your teammates are covering you. And then gravity spikes is good for hardpoint. I use that for hardpoint. Some of the stuff like when you play UMGs and GBs are banned, but I I I like kinetic armor and uplink, but they banned out on UMGs, so I can't really use it. But War Machine's another good one. Um, but for hardpoint, I usually use this the scythe or the gravity spikes. Those are the ones I tend to use the most. Um, uplink, I usually use overdrive or kinetic armor, just something that I can use to help my team out. But overall, those are the classes I find most OP so far in this game. I know a lot of people are going to be like, where's the Man of War, where's the ICR? I'm not the biggest AR person, preferably, but those, I like, when I use the AR, I like burst ARs, if that makes sense. So that's why I prefer those ARs. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you can leave a like, that would mean a lot. I'm gonna be hopefully posting a lot more Black Ops 3 content. Um, I'm doing a lot more cool things with my Gato, just figuring things out. And please subscribe if you enjoy my content. There will be more to come. And hope you guys enjoyed the video.